All right, Shalom.
Hey, Shalom.
We the brothers from the great Millstone Atlanta camp. Out here once again to teach and to prophesy the downfall of America in the scriptures of Babylon the Great. All right, but before we get into the scriptures, get into the lessons, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakadash.
double honor to all elders and apostles, the great Millstone. They teach and rule well. Peace, love, and safety to the hopeful elect. All right. So, hey, just what's hot in the news this past couple of weeks is, the fear of civil war. And everybody seems like they gearing up and they ready for it, man. Just looking at comments in certain videos and stuff.
Right.
Everybody like, hey, they need to bring it on. We ready for this, we ready for that. You got these other governors that teamed up with Texas. And it's like half and half, 25 and 25 out of the 50 states.
I think they got 27 now.
Yeah.
27? Oh, so it's building up.
Right.
Yeah. So
It was half and half, like you said.
Yup.
It was.
Right.
I think it started out with maybe 5 or something. Then everybody was like, oh yeah, we agree.
Right.
So of course, the U.S. government, they don't want to look like they're going to war with themselves.
Right.
But it's in the scriptures that it was going to happen.
Yep.
All right. So start off with that Isaiah 19 about yourself.
God, this is Isaiah 19, starting from the top. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud.
Now that word Egypt is associated with the word bondage. All right. And when you read in Revelation, it says it's placed spiritually Egypt and Sodom. All right. So that's talking about America. It's not talking about the land of Egypt.
Right. Continuing on in verse 1. And shall come into Egypt, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it.
Yeah, all these idols, people are giving up on all this stuff that they look up to, even these so-called religions. You don't see too many people going to churches now, praying to whatever false god they was raised to pray to. They either come into the truth, they just follow completely out. All right. So yeah, these idols are being broken down. Also, things that people idolize here, whether it's music or celebrities, and all of that's being brought low, man.
Right.
Look at what's been going on in the news.
Right.
This dude Puff Daddy was a big idol.
Yep.
And then on the other side, T.D. Jakes.
Yep.
Those are two idols, man.
Cut.
All right. Yeah. They big. Like T.D. Jakes, he's like one of the number one so-called black preachers in America.
They're the highest
destroy
too.
his ass.
They're the highest on both sides.
Oh yeah.
P. Diddy's the highest in the music.
And
this dude is the highest in that damn church shit.
Done, exactly.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's why they're in the picture together. Yep. Hey, they both being brought low, man. That's a beautiful thing because the scripture's speaking. Let's see about the stuff.
God, continuing on, Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians.
Yep, Americans against Americans.
And they shall fight every one against his brother.
All right, so that's what's about to happen.
Yeah.
All right, not only is it going to be civil war, World War III is pretty much started, man.
Yeah.
We can't say that World War III is coming. It's pretty much here, man.
If I can say, there was a man. It's on Brothers timelines. There was a man that decapitated his father over political views, and the brothers from Thumb Yard and my main man Raj Shah from Cleveland did a lesson on it. He had different political views from his father because his father worked for the government, and them spirits created for vengeance got on him, and he decapitated his father's head. And when he had the mugshot, he was smiling. That's the time we in.
Hey, that's the time we in, man. That's scripture too.
That's the time we in.
So, the Lord came to set the father against the son.
Right,
Yeah,
baby.
yeah.
I believe that's Matthew
Yep. I got you.
10.
10. Yep.
Yep.
You want that?
Yeah, you can get that. Oh, you got it.
Okay, God. Going back to Isaiah 19 and verse 2. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor.
Yep, everyone against his brother, just like the brother I was talking about, the man and his son. Yeah. All right, the guy and his father, he killed his father. Hey, that's scripture, that's prophecy, man. The Lord, the love of many are waxing cold. People turning on their own family members. You don't think that everybody in Texas, they got family in other states, they're not against each other when it comes to the Civil War thing. it's gonna literally be brother against brother, son against father in this thing.
Yeah.
Quick precept, because you said something very specific that this man was smiling in his mugshot. That's not normal, right? That's a mental thing. We know your mental is what? Your spirit. This is Ecclesiasticus or Sirach, chapter 39, verse 28. It says, "There be spirits that are created for vengeance," which for you to be smiling in your mugshot after you just decapitated your father, you got to be a spirit that was created for vengeance, man. It says, "Which in their fury lay on sore strokes, in the time of destruction they pour out their force." Are we not in that time of destruction right now? For them spirits to run rampant throughout this earth and what it says, and pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them.
Beautiful. That's it. That's it. And they had to have some type of relationship for them to be actually sitting there debating.
Right.
Yeah, then just that quick.
They weren't a string.
Decapitated.
That's
Wow.
spirit on him, man.
Yeah, that was the spirit on it.
This is Matthew chapter 10, verse 35. "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father,
Right.
and the daughter against her mother, and the daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household."
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, it's gonna be going down like that, man. Houses gonna be getting shot up. You gonna think that it's somebody done broke in, but it's
Right.
gonna be the family members shooting each other up.
Right.
They're gonna be fighting over when that family hit. They're gonna be fighting over the last slice of bread. They're probably all molded. The last can of beans. It's gonna come down to it like that. They probably gonna be fighting over who gonna eat who, man. Hey, times are gonna get worse and worse if you think it ain't gonna hit your house and you're not in this truth. You wrong. Continue with that, Isaiah.
God. Going back to Isaiah 19 and verse 2 again. "And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight every one against his brother, and every one against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdoms against kingdoms."
City against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You can't tell me that's not what's going on right now in the United States, man. City against city, and these are actually states, but you know they looked at as cities. All right, because you got like what's like the major city of Texas, Houston,
Dallas.
you know,
San Antonio.
Boston.
Yeah, you got these major cities.
Right.
They really run the whole state.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. So
Right.
it is city against city.
Con.
All right.
That's right.
And nation against nation. You got Iran and United States beefing right now. All right. You got who else going back and forth? Man?
Damn
It's so much.
near all the nations
Yeah,
in the
every-
United
bro.
States.
Everybody beefing with each other.
There's a
Man.
reason why it says kingdom against kingdom.
against kingdom, man.
I can read verse 3 if you want. "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols, and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards," which none of these things is not going to save anybody. You know, when the time of the destruction of Esau and Edom kingdom, there's rulership, man. Okay, you got it out.
You said, man. It's really it's time for war, just like the Ecclesiastes say. Matter of fact, can you get that?
Why you getting that too?
Time for peace.
Oh yeah,
war.
I got you.
Yeah, we're in a time for war, man.
You mentioned something about the familiar spirits in that scripture, right? What happened in Egypt when Moses came with the staff? They were looking to their familiar spirits, but they got what happened. They didn't have no answers for them.
Right.
Come on, this is Egypt, man.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3, and start from the top. "To everything there is a season, and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born, and a time to die. A time to plant, and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill, and a time to heal." And we're in those times, man. We're in a time of America. Once upon a time ago, America has been established. All right, Esau Edom has been established, okay? And now we're in the time of his downfall. He's going to get plucked up right on out of rulership, man, okay? Continuing on in verse 3, "A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance, a time to cast away stones, and a time to gather stones together, a time to embrace, a time to refrain from embracing, a time to get, and a time to lose, a time to keep, and a time to cast away. Verse 7, a time to rend, and a time to sue, a time to keep silent, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace.
As a matter of fact, all of the all right, it'll speak on the negative terms and then speak on the positive after that. When it comes to this truth and those that are the hopeful elect, we in the positive side of it. And the rest of the world gonna be on the negative side. It's gonna be a time for war for them, but it's gonna be a time for peace for us. Even though we gotta go through Jacob's trouble, we're gonna see all this stuff going on. The Lord's willing, we make it out of it like Scripture said.
Yeah. But protection will bring peace, like you said. Protection will bring peace. You know, what people think peace is just not, oh, I'm going to the mall. Like, no, we're going to be protected by the Lord. That's going to bring us peace.
True peace. Yeah, that's spoken of in Isaiah 65. A lot of you people gonna be weeping and mourning and crying and starving and dying of starvation and all kinds of diseases. And the elect gonna be rejoicing at that time. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, it's gonna be it's two separate times, but it's at the same time. You know, depending on what side you on the left side or the right side.
Right.
You had some
Wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of life.
exactly. That's the knowledge.
All of it. Knowing the script.
Yeah.
This is Isaiah chapter 65, verse 12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. Because when I called, ye did not answer. When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that wherein I delighted not. Verse 13. Therefore thus saith the Lord power, behold, my servant shall eat, but ye shall be hungry. Behold, my servant shall drink, but ye shall be thirsty. Behold, my servant shall rejoice, but ye shall be ashamed.
Yep. And a lot of these people are going to be ashamed, man. You know, Lord's willing. You know, Lord going to be taking care of us in that time. You know, as long as we keep doing what we're doing, you know, prophet, sign, serving the Lord, He's going to look out for His servants. But you other people on the left-hand side, hey, it's too bad for you, man. Too bad. All right? You heathens, you finished. You got a chance.
Right.
You might as well just, if you know you're a heathen, and you just
live it
can't
up.
get this,
Yeah, we can live it up.
yeah, live it up, man.
Right.
Go to a beach in the wintertime. do whatever, you know,
Right, yeah.
think outside the box and just do something extraordinary.
The crazy thing about it, they do it.
Yeah, they
Right.
do it. Yeah, it's probably back on the beach right now, enjoying the sun down in goddamn Myrtle Beach somewhere. Yeah, man.
I got that for you too. That bondage with the heathen.
Okay, you got it.
This is Leviticus chapter, and this is in the Torah. This is in our law. So this how you know it's real. It's supposed to happen. This prophecy. This is Leviticus chapter 25, verse I started verse 45, and it reads, moreover, I started verse 44. Both thy bondmen and thy bondmaids, which thou shalt have, shall be of the heathen that are round about you. Of them shall ye buy bondmen and bondmaids. Moreover, of the children of the strangers that do sojourn among you, of them shall ye buy, and of their families that are with you, which they begot in your land, and they shall be your possession. And ye shall take them as an inheritance for your children after you, to inherit them for a possession. They shall be your bondmen forever. But over your brethren, the children of Israel, ye shall not rule over one another with rigor. Yeah, so like the brother just mentioned, for the heathen, we always have to, if we're prophesying to you, we're just here to warn you. No, we're not even here to warn you, we're here to let you know what's to happen. We're here to warn our people. So like the brother mentioned about the slavery, that's in the Torah. It's in the Old and New Testament. There's no way around that, man. That's the judgment. So so like the brother mentioned, do what you do, because you're going to be subject to Yahweh Shema Shine the Israelites. That's what's to come in a very, very near future. That's not far-fetched. Don't think of 2050, 2060. No.
Right.
Hey, 2024, 1 year at a time, man.
Right, baby.
One year at a time. We can't see past this year.
Right.
As a matter, a lot of these heathens
Bro.
can't see past this
Right.
shit.
Right.
They already know it's done. They done, man.
They
You know,
can't see
but
past
they don't
election.
have nothing to look forward to.
Mm-hmm.
But death. We got everlasting life in the kingdom to look forward to. They put you heathens in slavery.
Right.
All right.
Done.
But yeah, I mean, it's in the scriptures. The Lord said, "Ask of me, and I'll give you the heathen for thy inheritance."
Woo.
Yeah, so y'all, we gonna inherit y'all, man.
Right, baby.
Just like you got us right now, we gonna have y'all ass.
Yeah.
Well, it's gonna be nice.
Right.
This is Jeremiah 30 and 23. Behold, the whirlwind of the Lord going forth with fury. All right, which goes back into those chariots. Okay? When those chariots come, since we were speaking of the heathen, at the same time, the heathen is going to be stranger to them. Because that's at the same time, that's our salvation. You know? Continuing on, it says, going forth with fury and continuing whirlwind. It shall fall with pain upon the head of the wicked. Okay? The fierce anger of the Lord shall not return until he have done it, and until he have performed the intent of his heart in the latter days, which we are in, okay?
Right.
Ye shall consider it. And we have no choice but to consider it. And Esau Edom. That's why the scripture says in Revelation that he knoweth but he have but a short time. All right? He's considering all the prophecies that's going on as well. All right? And he's shaking in his boots. Okay? That's pretty much it.
You know what's crazy, man? It's like, it's almost like these devils are following the scriptures.
Oh, yeah.
It's like they bringing prophecy. It's like it's closing in. The Neuralink, you know, the chip. You got the World War III. You got Civil War.
Yeah.
You got the famine that's about to hit. You got inflation. All of these things are closing in at once. So we know it and we feel it. All right. And these heathens, they feel it too. And it's like we gotta. Okay, what's after Revelation 13? What's the next step? We gotta make sure we get that out.
Right, yeah.
It seems like that's how they do it.
They do. They do.
That's so you that Lord of control. That's what it shows.
All right. That's right.
This is Romans chapter 13, and start from the top. Because the Lord, he's in control of all things.
Yes, sir.
Let every soul be subject unto the higher power. Is he not in a higher position, in a higher power?
That's right.
Okay. Esau Edom, concerning his rulership, concerning his kingdom. All right. Continuing on, for there is no power but of the Most High. The powers that be are ordained of the Most High. So this is a part of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah's will. Okay. To establish Esau Edom on top for now, just to throw his ass right on back down, man.
Right, baby.
Okay? Continuing on, whosoever therefore resisteth the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Most High. Okay? And they that resist shall receive themselves damnation. So Esau Edom has no choice, right?
Right.
Yep. The Lord got him bonded up. Okay? He has to fulfill prophecy. Okay? He has to shoot those arrows, which are symbolic towards those missiles. Okay? He has to bring forth the MOTV concerning that small device that he's going to try to persuade and encourage our people, really the whole world, to actually take. Okay? He has to do these things. It's ordained of Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. All right?
The heart of the kings and the hand of the Lord, we're paraphrasing.
Yep.
All right, so hey, the Lord is controlling these devils. They think they got it, but they ain't got it, man. The Lord got you. All right,
And
so
like, just back you up. It's like they're following prophecy because they can't resist it. They got to do it. You know, just back your point up, brother.
yeah, beautiful. Come on,
Kind of, boy.
all right. We can get that second Exodus 15 and where you want to start it.
Okay, time. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 15, verse 14. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Right.
Verse 15. For the sword in their destruction draweth nigh, and one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands.
Yep, and that's what's about to happen on American soil, man. If you don't believe it, it ain't even if you don't believe it. Just turn on the damn TV. All right? It's you got mass murders and, school shooters and all of that going
Right,
on.
right.
But it's going to be on a large scale, man.
Right.
You're going to see thousands against thousands, all armed with ARs and AKs, shooting at each other, killing each other, running up in houses. States trying to take over other states. It's happening, man. Or it's about to happen. This is the start of it. The beginning of the sorrows. And every American gonna feel this squeeze, man. It ain't like you gonna be sitting in your house and think ain't nothing gonna happen to you.
Right.
What about when you can't go to your nearest store to get a gallon of milk? What about when that 1 gallon of milk is damn $40?
Yeah, for real.
And it's spoiled.
It is spoiled.
Yeah.
40 digital bucks.
Right.
The water, bro.
Yeah. Hey, it's happening, man. You can't stop prophecy.
Oh,
Right.
if I can say, I think Taza Bob put a clip in the group text of how some chicken wings in Canada cost $200.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
And it was drumsticks. It was dark meat. Imagine what chicken breast, how much chicken breast would be. Man, from a chicken breast from like a premium chicken, you know, that chicken breast probably be about $500 for 2 breasts. Hey, yeah, but why do you help about Chanel shot? Because that's amazing, man. That lets us know that it's getting close. That's Revelation 66. Yeah, matter of fact, that's more than a day's pay. What? I mean, my money set up.
Right. Yeah.
That's more than a day's pay.
The average American, you're right.
The average American, yeah. Man, I go fishing or something before I pay $200 for a pack of chicken.
Crazy.
Second 15, verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Hey, it is right there, man. They said, man, you gonna do what to the border? And what was the main thing? It was like, because Biden was like, yeah, you gonna let us through or else. And they was like, what you mean or else? We want to know what that is. They was talking big shit. They're not regarding the kings and the princes.
Right.
They ready to fight their own country.
Verse 17, second Ezra chapter 15, verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able.
You don't think these cities gonna be blocked off? These states gonna be blocked off? That happened back in 2020, the pandemic. You couldn't even. I don't think they was letting people out of Florida. Or you couldn't get in Florida, or either both. They're just gonna come back.
And I say it's no coincidence that the same teams is playing in the Super Bowl when this boogeyman came in 2020.
Oh yeah.
Now they're saying, hey, something might happen, and they talking about this whole X thing that's rampant. You know, even like your everyday disease. Even your typical American is talking about people getting sick. So that's what's on the agenda too.
Hey, the way this thing happens, this way everything's going, man. It may be 1 week, but everything happened at once, like bam.
Right.
It's almost like you can see that. The chip. It's World War III. Civil War. Famine. Slaves. Everything hitting at once.
Apparition. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Leviathans.
Yep.
Behemoths.
There's been sightings in the waters of so-called sea monsters lately.
Right.
That's another thing that people not talking about. Hey, the Lord gonna bring Leviathan out, and it's what was that? Amos 9. He was gonna command the serpent to bite them. Yeah, so all these things gonna happen at once. You might think you're safe in the ocean, getting off land while all the fighting is, and here come Leviathan about to get your ass. You can't escape judgment. You can't escape prophecy.
That's right, baby.
You know, the only way to escape is through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah.
So with that,
I'll get a little more.
all right, can I keep going? Okay, come.
This second Ezra chapter 15, verse 18. For because of their pride, the cities shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid.
And there was a high level of pride for these governments to say, what you mean, what else?
Right.
There was a high level of pride. That lets you know that they feel like they bigger than their own country that they live in. That that they so-called support.
Right.
So-called diehard patriots. These people don't care about this place. They hate America. They stand with their own city and their own state.
Right.
All right. What else on it?
Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation.
Hey, that's coming soon, man. You don't think when this Civil War break out, you think semi's still gonna be driving from California to damn Georgia, you know, from the West Coast to the East Coast to deliver goods? It's gonna be blocked off. You ain't gonna be able to go from city to city. You ain't gonna be able to grind yourself cease. It ain't gonna be no work out here. You ain't gonna be able to leave your house, man. Or you gonna be in the woods or you're hiding out.
Right.
You know? But hey, it's coming to pass.
Yeah.
You know? So man, we look at the news, man, like it's a new movie that's about to come.
Right.
Man, like looking at trailers.
Right.
When World War III gonna drop?
Yeah.
When Civil War gonna drop?
MOTV.
Check it out the news.
Yeah.
All right, just get closer and closer.
Yep.
Keep the popcorn ready.
Yeah.
Front row seats to that thing.
Right.
Hasten the day, man. And we ready to see this.
Right,
We've been teaching and warning people forever.
Right.
And we're gonna finally say, I told your ass so.
That's right.
And ain't even gonna have to say it.
We ain't even gonna have to say it, man.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like, yeah, you told me.
Right.
They gonna come to us. Yeah, you did speak on that. Yeah, you did give me a scripture showing that I wouldn't be able to get out of my city. Start listen to the lessons of Great Millstone. Listen to Great Millstone, man. All we doing is telling people the truth. Only the truth.
Right.
We doing what these other camps not doing.
Right.
All right, they're not warning you about the chip.
Right.
I haven't heard another camp say nothing about Civil War. They probably have spoke on it, but I mean I haven't noticed it.
Right. But heavily pushing? Nah.
Yeah, they ain't pushing it hard.
No.
Ain't nobody said nothing about the Neuralink.
Right.
Because if they do, it's gonna cut them. All right. So yeah, you gotta listen to Great Millstone videos. Anything you want to know of, type in that topic, GMS or Great Millstone. Get you a little 20-minute, 30-minute lesson or hour sit down there and get edified. All right. And these men out here, these brothers out here, we're gonna keep on teaching and warning you people.
Right.
Because the Lord set us up to. We the servants of the Lord.
Right.
We the voice of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shah.
Right.
All right. So even if you don't want to listen to us, just listen. Look at prophecy that's happened.
Right.
All right.
I got something too. Ezekiel 32:33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come. Then shall they know that a prophet have been among them.
Then shall they know that a prophet had been among them. All right. Once it come to pass, not when you see it happening, but right before it happens. You know, it's gonna be 11 o'clock Israelites that's gonna make it.
I got something dealing in regards to the scarcity of goods. This came out in 2022, so really how much more now? It says, we're running out of water. This is fortune.com. We're running out of everything from water to rare metals. Here are 10 shocking insights from a new report. And I'm going to hit the bulletin points on the article about the said resources that's becoming more and more scarce. They got water, agriculture, and air. I don't know why they necessarily have air. Might be talking about the actual condition of air being targeted. But metals, waste, and processing power. Talking about renewable energy and things of that nature being in scarcity. You got youth and health. And they got actual points in each and every one of these, like they're going into a crisis in China, you know. So everything that we're saying through the spirit, you know, these world leaders and these the elites and the upper echelons, they understand, like it tells you in Isaiah 24th chapter, that the world is pretty much is dying out, man. What it said, the earth languisheth and fadeth away. And they got time and skills. But that's really the main points in the bulletin points. And that's true. That's said to be true. You know, a lot of those things, I mean, I didn't read the actual full details of that. When you think about the mass of the people, and the scriptures speak about the same thing, about how testosterone is dying in the earth, you know, the actual mindset of being a man, you know, resources,
life itself, hell, a lot of these different animals that was living in abundance, they're damn near going extinct, man. You know, certain bodies of water that the nation could thrive off of and live and drink and hydrate themselves and use resourcefully is no longer that, man. And that's going on all over the world, man. So those are all clear indications of the end also. What you got, bro?
Well, to back up what you were saying,
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29 and verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
right. So you heard all the natural resources, right? Different raw materials and things that are not being replenished in the earth, right? Because we do have laws that the Heavenly Father has set up, right? We got a land Sabbath. The earth has been stripped of its natural resources because it says when the wicked are in authority, the people mourn, right? Are not the whole world mourning right now, including the earth itself?
Yeah, you had this yesterday. Elmo asked people how they doing.
Oh, man.
People took the X to express their frustration.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah, right. But when a righteous bears rule, the people rejoice. So that's how you know that the righteous people do not rule this earth right now. Going hand in hand with what? Job 9 and 24. It says the earth was given into the hand of the wicked.
I'll take it.
Proverbs 29 and 2 says when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. But then you'll hear the average idiot say what? That the Bible is outdated. Right? That the Bible is it's not relevant in today's time. How? We just brought out two scriptures just now, Proverbs 29 and 2 and Job 9 and 24, with to back up the article that our elders just brought out. Right? Showing you that that the world has been they're going the opposite way of what the scriptures say, right? You don't got a land status, so therefore the earth can't replenish and repopulate and reproduce itself. You're taking all the crustaceans and all the animals that clean up the ocean out of the ocean, so the waters are toxic, right? You burn all the plastic and stuff like that. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, and when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn, right? But also, because the brother was just beautifully going into what's going on, so somebody was about to start getting Matthew chapter 24, and you probably you can start the time.
Hey, I got a real quick one for you. Isaiah 24 and 4. The earth mourneth and fadeth away. The world languisheth and fadeth away. The haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is also defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
But the Bible was outdated. What did it say? People said they got their own acronym that says Bible means basic instructions before leaving earth. Basic instructions. When you take away from the law, which are basic instructions for us, obviously, like the so-called black men, American Latinos, who make up the 12 tribes of the Hebrew Israelites, right? Given your name was Yasharallah, which means the prince of the power. It was given to us. But that was wisdom to show us how to be and walk upon this world and how to treat it as well. When you go against that, the world is going to crumble within itself, man. Right? Following after pretty much Satan, because that's what they're doing. They're ignoring all the natural laws that the Heavenly Father set up in order for us to be progressive within society. Right? All right, so we got Matthew 26. First six.
Alright, this is Matthew 24 verse 3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came up to him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
Now, it's funny because it said that the disciples came to him privately, right? Showing you that this word is not for everybody, right? These so-called, these so-called Christians and these different religions swear up and down that the Most High loves everybody and He's here for all people. Well, then how come we got to speak to the disciples privately and tell them these different secrets and stuff like that? It says in one of the what it says, the end of the world.
It says, and the end of the world.
Right, because when you read Second Ezra, right, it says for Jacob is the beginning of Esau at the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Talking about the end of of Esau's rulership. Talking about the end of Esau's kingdom. Like we went into before, where it says the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Talking about the end of that world, the world that's mourning, the end of the wicked world, and where would the righteous world come in? And they're asking him,
No, you go ahead.
well, they're asking him, what are the signs of thy coming, right? In the end of the world. So if you look at that, you really break it down. You say, wait, hold on. They asked privately, when is the sign of thy coming in the end of the world? You just said that it was the end of Esau's wicked ass world, and we see that happening right now. You don't believe us? Just look at what's going on without the world right now, and even in your country now. Look at Texas and what they're doing, right? And we want to go into where it says nation versus nation. I really want to go into that. That means that Yahweh Shai is coming back, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. When you start mapping everything, because the Bible is like a puzzle. Yeah. It has these little pieces and clues and stuff, and you got to put them together in order to get the whole picture.
Precept upon precept.
Precept upon precept, line upon line. Prophecy means what? Prophesy means to say before it happens. They're asking him what are the things that's going to happen before you make your return. You want to say something?
Oh yeah. Well, you keep going. I just had a precept in regards to that, because basically, with the masses of the people I say ignorant of in today's time, that this book is reserved unto the Israelites, and when it's talking about, of course, like you just spoke about, the end of the world, it's talking about an age and kingdoms falling. Right. And the Lord didn't come for everybody in peace and harmony. If that's the case, the narrative that the Lord pushed would have been towards everybody, but it was specific. I'm gonna bring out this quick precept and I'm gonna throw it back to you. Yep. Because what was that?
That was Matthew 24.
Matthew 24. But this is Luke 24 and the point I want to get at, 18. And the one of them whose name was Cleopas answering said unto him, Art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem? So Cleopas was talking to somebody and said, it was actually Yahweh Shai when you go into this. He basically was in the midst of the people. And then he kind of pretty much spoke in regard. If I can go some verses up, matter of fact, I'm going to go do that. Verse 15, and it came to pass that while they communed together and reasoned, Yahweh Shai himself drew near and went with them. But their eyes were holding that they should not know him, so they didn't look upon him. So most of it, similar to the individuals. And he said unto them, and this is in blood letters, what manner of communication these that ye have one to another, as ye walk and are sad? And the one of them whose name was Cleopas answered, said unto him talking to Yahweh Shai, Art thou only a stranger in Jerusalem, and hast not known the things which are come to pass that there in these days? And he said unto them, What things? Blood letters. And they said unto him, concerning Yahweh Shai of Nazareth, which was a prophet, mighty indeed, and word before the Most High and all the people, and how the chief priests and our rulers delivered him to be condemned to death, and have crucified him. This is the point. But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel, not the whole world. And the Lord could have rebutted and said, well, wait a second. Cool. You go back. It says that I came to redeem the whole world. Right. But he didn't say that. And he's talking to Yahweh Shai. Right. And spoke about Israel being redeemed. Right. All right. And I'll reread that. But we trusted that it had been he which should have redeemed Israel. So Israel was only looking for Yahweh Shai to redeem them anyway. Because right. They were the ones being oppressed under Roman rule. Well, and the other governments.
They asked it again. They actually said, will you at this time bring the kingdom, restore the kingdom back to Israel?
Going back to the days of old, when Israel had the kingdom, going back to the time of Solomon. And besides all this, today is the third day since these things were done. And that's really the main point.
Right. That was the third day. And this is the third verse. Think about this. That's beautiful to us.
In Matthew 24 and 3, and as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and of the end of the world?
So we broke that down, and if we beautifully brought out the scriptures. showing you it's still a private matter. Basically, he that has ears, let him hear. That's basically. If you can get to understand this, pay attention. And it says, we said Israelites, so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos. And even those of you don't look like so-called blacks, Native Americans, Latinos, however, you feel like this truth is the truth and it resonates with your spirit, you possibly be a Hebrew Israelite as well. It don't matter what you look like, it only matters if your bloodline goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob.
That's right.
And then, furthermore, if you're a part of the elect of that nation. But then it talks about the end of the world, right? The end of Esau's world, the end of his age and kingdom.
Because the earth will bottom forever.
Because the earth will body forever. Right, beautiful.
St. Matthew 24:4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am the anointed, or verbatim, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Right, and that's happening right now, right? You see the other Israelite camps, like the brother was speaking about earlier, they're not giving y'all the truth, man, right? They got the 501c3 charters. It behooves them to continue to try to disperse what they say, about the flock being pushed away from the
scattered.
the flock.
Disperse.
Right? Because if not, they'll lose all of their, their good things and their thousands of views on YouTube, right? All their so-called donations that they receive, right?
Yep.
All their clout,
Perks.
all their perks and whatnot, right? That's why they can't teach you the name Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh. They can't do that because it goes against the code that Esau is allowing them to portray out there. They can't do that, man, unless they'll be shut down.
We seen a prime example in today's from Kanye West.
Yep. Nick Cannon, yep.
Nick Cannon.
It was so he apologized.
Yep.
Jake had to
Backslide.
apologize. Jake had to backpedal.
Yep.
Which Ice Cube, I think he was doubling down a little bit. Did he apologize?
He was lukewarm. He was trying. He was half stepping, but he was trying.
Well, yeah, of course. Overall, they
He was going hard. He was going. He was like.
Because these guys, they do what they do to keep America going and not giving Israel the full truth. Well, the Pharisees do the same thing because they said if they teach you how it's done, the Romans are going to come and take our place of it.
Beautiful.
Those were the perks. That was the money. That was the influence.
Beautiful.
And it's just the same spirits coming back.
Are you right, bro? Well, but that's because we're right here. It says what? That take heed that no man deceive you, right? And also don't go into Egypt for help, right? You have to listen to the Brother Shamak said earlier. Listen to the Great Millstone, man. Our apostles, from Elder Apostle Sahar on down, in men in the truth that have the likewise doctrine. Because of course there can be men outside the Great Millstone that have the truth. Absolutely. But only if they're going through the doctrine that was sent to our apostles and elders from Yahweh Shem Yahshua, from the Comforter. You can tell you something.
St. Matthew 24:6. You shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that you be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
Are we not hearing about wars and rumors of wars? What does prophecy mean? It means it's said before it happens. Only the men of Great Millstone, starting with Apostle on down, have been, and men who have the likewise truth, have been speaking about wars and rumors of wars, specifically World War III, since roughly 1969, 1970, when men were laughing at us, right? When men were scoffing up against, I'm talking about heavy scoff. The apostles and elders used to get scuffles and stuff because people would come up and disrespect it because they were saying these things that were so disrespectful to the apostles and elders, right? And at that time, bro, forget, there was little wars going on here.
Right.
But it wasn't like how it is today.
Right.
And we saw a very small yet very large inkling of that when the towers were hit. Right? People thought we were going into those times then. But then after a while, what happened? Everything kind of settled down. Everything was good again. Now, the prophecies are popping like popcorn, man.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Wars and rumors of wars. The wars that are actually spoken about in the Bible that we were taught, that are going to take a major effect in prophecy, are happening now.
Yeah.
Those wars are happening right now. Since I was 14 years old, I remember specifically the nations that the apostles and elders said will go head to head when Yahweh Shai was on his way to make his return. They specifically said Iran and the United
Yeah,
States.
that was the one.
And
And
Russia.
they said Israel
Right.
being the least of the flock. That's going to draw them out of those major conflicts. You know, and that's written in Russia, Ezekiel the 38th chapter. Gog and Magog.
God and they God.
You see? So these same nations, and even with Second Ezra, where it deals with Babylon and Asia, you know, the Easterns, which is the Asiatics and them nations, China too.
Yeah.
You know, those things were spoken of from the apostles decades ago, man.
Thank
You know,
Right.
and you're seeing these same conflicts take place in today's time. That's prophecy.
Right.
Prophecy coming to pass.
Right.
You know, same thing with the MOTV. We just had this thing with Neuralink. You know,
Yep.
and Elon Musk just had a successful trial run, you know, which is probably multiple, and now that's parading through the masses of the people. Now you got, just like you had the unjabbed and the jabbed, that division is happening now.
Right.
You got a lot of people that know this is that type of technology, you know, that's written up in the scriptures.
Yeah.
Beware of it. But you got ones that they don't give a damn.
Right.
You
Right.
know?
Yeah.
They've already chosen the other side.
Right.
Yeah.
And then when the resource scarcity and a black swan event,
Yeah.
because the pestilence, that's going, these type of things are going to happen in Lord willing in our time now.
Yeah.
Shit,
Yeah.
all these things can really happen within this year.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, 6 months,
Yeah.
4 months. You know,
I got one for you. I know you in Matthew 24, but this skipping down to verse 21 and 22. Sorry, 21 says, Matthew 24 and 21, for then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor never shall be.
Right, because yeah, but you know, it's always been earthquakes and things like that. We've never had the tools to show that they were in diverse places. We've always had earthquakes. We've always had
Right.
recessions, and you know, celebrities have always died here and there.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
right.
There's always been wars. Look around. No, not like to the impact of what where it impacts the whole world eternally.
Right.
Right? But certain things might have to impact the world for a brief period of time.
Mhm.
But this is an eternity. Certain events are going to take place to where the whole trajectory is going to shift. There's going to have to
Yeah.
be an actual reset in order to restore the
Yeah.
world. That's why all these plague movies keep coming
That's
out.
it, that's
all
it.
these apocalyptic
You're
movies
right.
keep coming out.
Yeah.
Civil War movies like Civil War coming out. What's brother?
If I could add to the word that comes to mind is frequency.
Okay.
The frequency of these
Right.
events
It's on a major scale.
Yeah.
is ramping up. You know,
Yeah.
so it's like it's not like spaced out. It's
Ton. Good
Condensed.
point. Good point.
Yeah.
Because all these prophecies are happening like da 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 da
Back to
da
back
da.
to
da.
back.
It's not like
the Lord said it shall be like as a woman that travails.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey,
That's
and that
all
was
attraction.
like you said. What hasn't happened was that dollar falling and the chip coming.
happen,
That ain't
right.
happened.
Not
So when,
globally, right.
exactly. So when that happened, that is a sign. You know what I'm
There
saying?
you go. That's a
Exactly.
beautiful point,
Yeah.
bro.
James chapter.
Yeah, James 5:1. Verse 22. It says, and except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened.
Right, beautiful, because we brought out earlier about the pretty much stripping of the resources of the earth.
Oh, it said time.
Right.
Time has changed.
Yeah.
Time is not something that's just always going to stay the same. You know, most likely, the God of, you watch Greek mythology, you see the God of
Yeah.
time, Chronos. Really, the Most High is the God of time. He can speed up time.
Right,
Yeah.
He can slow down time.
Yeah.
You see, in the time of Joshua, how the Lord had the sun
The
stay
sun
up.
stay up for 3 days.
Yeah.
Yep.
And time deals in regards to the moon itself too.
Exactly. And if it said on that precept that the day is gonna be shortened, meaning that hey, those prophecies gonna be sped up.
Yeah, they're going
The
faster.
prophecies,
Yep.
hey man, that's why these past 6-7 years, man, they has been like
Crazy, right?
like the deacon said, man, to the woman prevailing, man.
Right.
You know, having those contractions.
Right.
And then that baby will come, which is the message.
That's right,
wait,
baby.
I got something. Wait.
That's right, baby.
If I can bring this out, Baba Kashad.
Come on,
When it's a time faster. It says, as we age, time seems to pass more quickly.
Yeah.
We don't know why. A common explanation for this is that our brains process less information as we grow older, which makes
Stop.
that part is off.
Yeah. You're wrong.
But when a lot of people have seen how really time is it seems like it's speeding up, man.
But,
Yeah.
but we just right. But it's scripture says it. That's the scriptures, man.
They want to logically.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
wanna
they
make
gotta
it
have
seem
a-
like they're the most high.
Yeah,
They have all the answers. But the scripture said, sit down in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. You're going to be sitting in the dust, which is what? Confusion. And that time you're not going to have all the answers, which like the brother was bringing out, right? About the familiar spirits and all that. Because they're going to go to
The
these.
sun and moon is gonna be darkened.
There's something right.
Yeah.
Y'all not gonna have no answers, right?
I have a precept.
Yep.
Be a prophet.
And bros can't tell me that they don't feel like, it's like, the days are going by so damn quick. And it's not just because of all the information and stuff that is being filtered through your mind. It literally feels like the Heavenly Father is literally speeding up the time. Bro, it's happening already. But it's like crazy because the thing happened with the sickness and all that, and then boom, we're here. Bro, it seemed like it just happened like that.
Look how much happened in
Yesterday.
In just a January alone, right?
It's action packed with prophecy. When there's so many prophecies going on, it's like, dang, the pages are flipping.
Yeah.
You know, they flip quick.
Well, that's how when you measure out certain things, it starts to compound. These prophecies are compounding over time. You know, that's why it says like a breach. The other one where it said like a breach ready to fall. Because the more things just pile up, especially with America. America has that clock, like Rome. When Rome fell, got wars on the inside, wars on the outside, infrastructure crisis. All right, social unrest. So, all these different things amalgamated in one. That's just a country that's slated to fall.
And they're doing all this in the midst of trying to fight Iran, trying to fight Russia, trying to fight China, trying to fight Afghanistan. We just got kicked out of Afghanistan in a terrible way. This is Joel, the 3rd chapter. Matter of fact, I'm going to start at the 6th verse. The point is for our sake, but the point is only most on the 9th verse. It says, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have ye sold unto the Grecians, that ye might remove them far from their border. Behold, I will raise them up out of places whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head.
Right, and who did that happen to? You so-called black American Latino. You were sold to the Edomites.
Verse 8, and if I may, what the Lord's going to do is going to raise the elect up, and he's going to put the punishment of the heathen by the hands of the elect of the nation of Israel. But verse 8, it says, and I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hands of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for Yahweh hath spoken it. Verse 9, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty man. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong.
Yeah, man. All the things that they, over the years that made them overcome the American society, all the economic things, going into the agriculture, and things that were prominent and progressing to their society, right? They're gonna no longer be focused on those things. They'll be focused on military equipment. They'll be focused on enlarging their military, their armies and their foot soldiers, and putting all their resources and money and time and energy into nuclear missiles and tanks. Just warfare. They're gonna be more focused on warfare rather than
the bunkers.
right.
Because this is going to be a costly war.
Right, exactly.
Billions, not trillions. You really can't even put a number on it.
You can't, right.
These nations are going to literally exhaust their whole nation.
Yep.
That's what war takes. You sucking out everything you got for success.
Right, exactly.
All your best men. When it comes to really the men in kingdoms, they're gonna give out their best men, warriors, men that can actually defend the country. That's the first line of defense. Everything else comes in the backlog of that. The resources, all the guns that they put all this money, because mass majority of your budget is towards military expenditure, pretty much anyway. And they're gonna exhaust those. Then what? With war comes destruction. So now you got medics. Now you got all these different hospitals. You got fuel costs.
Oh, yeah, that's a big
fuel
one.
costs in itself is
Ammunition.
ammunition.
Oh, yep.
You know,
Yep.
all-
For the HVAC for the armies, if you look that up, that shit's in the billions per month. Or in millions per month, which ended up being billions per year to keep them heated up and what's you call it, the soldiers and stuff. Oh,
Yeah.
And supply chain, how you, especially America, how you gonna feed your soldiers in Syria?
Exactly.
How your soldiers gonna eat in Syria? You know, what missile defenses is gonna protect everybody?
What's that?
It's not. And then now these heathens, like the scripture said, that the Wissam storm, you got Hezbollah, the guys in Yemen, the Houthis, they have high-level missiles now.
Right.
They can knock out American warships in the Red Sea now.
Crazy, right? It's
They
crazy.
used to do that.
Look how much pressure they're putting on the American Navy right now. That's crazy. They got little goddamn little fishing boats, man, with little makeshift turrets on them and stuff like that. But they actually putting pressure on the Navy, man. But you tell you, I want to get back.
Yeah, Con. Verse 11, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Yahweh. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Jehoshaphat. For there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about.
Lord's judgment.
Verse 13, put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh is near in the valley of decision.
Right. We're in the Middle East, man. Right? We're gonna have the Mediterranean Sea off the coast. Right there, that whole area where Armageddon one's gonna be the Valley of the Troops. Right? It's going to be, World War III is going to primarily be taking place right there where all those nations that the brothers were talking about, where Yahweh Shai is going to come back and judge the whole world, man. Right? But I want to get back into, I want to make one final point. Beautiful precept book. I want to make one final point on this, what's going on right now over there in Texas and all these different things like that.
St. Matthew 24:7. For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be famines and pestilences and earthquakes in diverse places.
And what are we on right now? Prophecy, right? Yahweh Shai told us specific signs to look out for before he made his return.
Right.
When you read Revelation 19:10, it talks about how the spirit of prophecy, the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. Say these things before it happens. Right now, it said what? Nation against nation. When you look the word up, nation against nation, you got ethnos or ethos. Because it said nation against nation, right? But it also said kingdom against kingdom. Well, what's happening over there right now is nation against nation over there in Texas and whatnot. Because it says ethnos, a multitude, whether of men or of beasts, associated or living together. These people are associates, man. The thing that happened with the man that decapitated his father, they're living together. It says nation against nation. What are we talking about? Prophecy, right? You niggas, you know what? Esau, these states coming together. Now they're seeing what it feels like to be Jake.
Right.
Y'all talk shit about, and we talk obviously because there are people we talk shit too. The Bloods and the Crips and all these different gangs and stuff like that, fighting for land that you really don't own and whatnot. Right. Well, guess what? Now you Edomites are fighting for lands, and now you see how it feels to be. Because right now y'all looking like gang members, man.
Right.
27 states versus the other half and whatnot.
Right.
Y'all looking like gang members right now.
Yeah.
But all that shit y'all was talking about Jake doing that,
Right.
you're doing it right now.
Right.
Civil war is nothing but a bunch of gang members going at each other.
Yeah.
Nation shall rise against nation. The word was ethnos, meaning people who live together or associated. Civil war. Kingdom against kingdom is the wars and stuff going on between different power groups. But nation against nation, ethnos against ethnos are the people who actually live together and are associated together.
Yeah.
Prophecy.
Right.
Kings and princes. They said they shall not regard the kings and princes. Which today, we don't go by that type of government change, but the precepts, pretty much get updated. Modern day kings and princes, your prime ministers,
Yeah.
your elected officials.
Yep.
You know, whether it's the House, or, you know, the House representatives and things of that nature. All those represent princes, which are underlings of the empire.
Which come from the scriptures, man.
Right.
Y'all have yet, you people on TikTok, YouTube, and all that, y'all have yet to actually come up, because y'all always try to make it so that the Bible's not valid, man.
Right,
Y'all always try to say, you know, that Heavenly Father don't exist, or you can't prove that. But the scriptures are undefeated, man. None shall want her mate. You brother got one more scripture, and I'm gonna step down to another verse.
Because you went into the division that's being pushed into the world right now. Luke 12 and verse 51.
Yep.
Suppose ye that I am come to give peace on earth? I tell you nay, but rather division. For from henceforth there shall be 5 in one house divided, 3 against 2, and 2 against 3. You know, because you know, it's division on at every angle. You know,
Yeah.
within the families, within politics, within genders,
Yep.
within
City, states, yeah.
so-called races and stuff.
Yeah.
Division everywhere, man. So
Yeah.
Yahweh Shai said, hey, suppose ye that I come to give peace on earth. No, I tell you, nay, but rather division, man. You know, it's
You're right.
it's gonna get nasty out here.
I just right before I step down, I gotta listen. I gotta reiterate this. The apostles and elders, man, since I was a teenager, have told me about race wars and civil wars breaking out here in America exactly the way that they are right now, man. Like they were saying exactly what's happening right now. Almost like it's almost scary, man. As if they saw into the future. At the end, they shall speak and not lie. I'm telling you, no one else. And you got to remember, they've been doing it for decades. Since when it was not popular. Since when TikTok wasn't out for people to come out and be conspiracy theorists.
Right.
But yet, y'all trying to question the validity of the scriptures in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah.
Right.
You can't do it. With that, I'm gonna step down another burning spirit.
Done.
You know, we just gonna transition. Cause hey, ultimately, man, you know, we talking about prophecy, man. And you know, you got scoffers out here. You also got other camps, other religions that talk about what we talk about, but ultimately going off, man. You know, starting with, you know, IUIC and, you know, some of these Christian churches, man. You know, I was listening to a live stream with these Christians, man, and they was talking about that the brother was going into, you know, being saved and things of that sort, going into prophecy and things of that sort. But the question is, what do you save from? You know, how do you know you saved, man? You know, and they was talking about how Jerusalem is, you know, already on the earth, they're already in heaven and things of that sort. It's already on the earth. But how? When you go into Job 9:24, it tells you the earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
Right.
All right. Hey, there's no Jacob's trouble. All right. Hey, you know, going off on the MOTB. You know,
Transition hasn't been made yet.
hey man, they don't think that Paul's writings are what do they say, official? Authority. You gonna pay for that, man. Bobby Shah, if you ready to bring that out.
John, this Proverbs chapter 18 and verse 6. It says, a fool's lips enter into contention, and his mouth calleth for strokes.
Right, man. Hey, man, you gonna get beat for that, man. There's beatings coming your way. All right, judgment. All right. Ultimately, Yahweh Shem Shai is gonna get down on you Negroes, man. Point blank, period. All right. Hey, the Lord ain't playing with y'all, man. All right, we coming into some heavy times, man. You can't refute anything that the brothers or the elders have said at this point, man. Everything that the elders and apostles have said at this point has came true.
Yeah.
Thus says the Bible.
If I can say something
You
too, in regards to Paul's writings being, like I said, for his these guys just make these type of, you know, blank statements because they can't digest Paul's writings, man. You know, when it comes to certain points in the scriptures, like us today, you know, the prophets being subject to the prophets, it's a lot of stuff we say that most people can't digest, so they feel the need to disregard it. But that doesn't make it not true. That doesn't make it not canon or like official. You know, this is the spoken word, and we're gonna say these things as such. You know, whether it's the pestilence outbreak, you know, which a lot of people don't want to hear that, but just like before the 19, that sickness spread out. We was talking about sickness is gonna be spread out like that. What was that? Jeremiah 28:8. You know, the prophets being. Matter of fact, get that real fast. I'm gonna throw it back to you. Cause that's our job. You know, going back to like I said about Paul, a lot of guys speak ill about what prophets say or do because they actually fear the vision, man. You know, they fear the message, and they don't want to act upon the message and have those heavy thoughts about truly the end. You know, you got it.
Can I bring this up for you?
Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war, evil, and the festivals.
Right, man. The prophets back then was prophesying back then, letting you know, hey, man, what's about to happen? What's about to come, man? Even when Yahweh Shah was on the scene, man, hey, these people about to come in to the land and come and get down on y'all, man. All right. They was letting you know, man, there's famine coming, there's pestilence coming, there's earthquakes coming, man. All right, if you Israelites don't get right, all right. Hey, and those through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, those same men are back today, prophesying again, man, to tell you Israelites to get in line. All right, hey, what's about to happen? Hey, World War III, you can't refute that now. We've been telling you Iran and Russia was about to get down. Go against America and Israel, man. The elders and apostles been saying that. All right, we've been going in there. Now it's happening. What do you Israelites got to say, man?
Hey, you got that saying, fool me once, shame on you, fool
Right.
me twice, shame on me. Here it is, you got World War I. People, I'm pretty sure prior to World War I happening, if you ask the people at that time, before 1917, early 1900s, there's going to be a world war. A lot of people wouldn't accept it. World War I hit. World War II hit, 30s to, I think it ended around 45, brother could look up the exact dates, you know. But those two wars, major wars, took place, you know, in history, in American history. Not even that far away, you know. But you saying now, as all these conflicts, and even in the midst of that, it was still wars. It just wasn't world wars. But you're saying now, all right, there's going to be no more wars, and these different nations. And the times that we're living in, there's wars right now.
Even with these different kings of fallen. Like you got Babylon, Medo-Persia,
You know, Greece, Rome, they never thought that kingdom would go far. But it did.
you know, and then was not the prophets there back then too, saying that, hey man, your kingdom go far. You know, so the same thing is being done over and over.
Yeah, man, it's being repeated, man. And even when you go into history, just going to the Roman Empire, look how they feel, man. Look what process steps that took place during that time, man. It was a dividing, all right. It was being divided. It was also you had you also had that too, but you also had the Goths and Huns invading, but also being recruited into his military. Same thing going on here, man. You don't think that you have other agents from these other countries getting involved in U.S. military, man? There's more to it, man. There's other things that took place, but those same events or same things are taking place here in Babylon the Great, aka America, man. All right.
Yeah, because even when y'all watch that movie Oppenheimer, one of the main guys was a Russian spy, man. And a lot of those guys were spying within the U.S. and they was learning that technology, how to take it overseas and develop more amplified weaponry. And all these things taking place today, which Esau, he'll create destruction, but then they try to halt the masses of the people from actually learning this information and developing the same devastating learning how to create the same devastating weapons as the U.S. But all these nations got it now. You know, and that's why the scripture says, "Let the weak say I am strong." Not because their military has advanced as far as fighting and ground conflicts and planes. It's talking about that ICBM missile.
And because we know that this war ain't gonna be
Exactly.
hand-to-hand combat.
It don't even matter.
And
Look at his ass beating himself. As long as you got that hand on that button, man.
Right.
I was gonna say too, and the other reasons why, the Roman Empire went down was because it was thinning out its military. America's doing the same thing, thinning out its military, man. Overworking, overtaxing the people, man. Hey, the brothers brought it up, man. When the wicked is in authority, the people mourn, but when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, man. Hey, people are not rejoicing right now. People are mourning. All right, but you got it.
There's one more verse
Yeah.
right here.
Jeremiah 28 and verse 9. It said, the prophet which prophesieth of peace, when the word of the prophet shall come to pass, then shall the prophet be known that the Lord Yahweh have truly sent him.
Right, man. Everybody's gonna know, man. Everybody's getting that feeling now. All right, that's why you're gonna have your 11th hour Israelites coming in, because they're gonna know, hey, man, these men been telling it the whole time. They've been telling the truth the whole time. Everything that they said was going to happen, it actually came to pass, man. All right, because then they're gonna know the Lord was actually dealing with them, man. Even for us, man, it was the same thing for us when we came into the truth, man. All right, we knew our elders and apostles were telling the truth because we could actually see it. We can actually envision it. Why? Because Yahweh Shai allowed us to see it and hear it, man. He actually allowed us to get it.
Oh, you had those two congressmen that said, you know what, man, those UFOs, man, they might be that. Everybody look at each other. They're like, you know what, man?
There's only so much you can deny.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly.
Well, yeah, woe goes into destruction. All right, hey, man, hey, those two woes that the bishop was going into, all right, World War I and World War II already happened. Here comes World War III. All right, here's that third woe, and it's coming quickly. Matter of fact, it's already here. It's already here.
Proxy wars, the third party wars is already growing up, man.
Right.
Just like boxing, you have the undercards.
Yeah, the undercard.
They gotta get their shit off and whatnot. Whoever lose gotta go back and they gotta bring out the bigger guy.
This is all fight cards. It's all one fight.
Because wars are nothing more but many battles and skirmishes that amplify. Like with World War I. Was everybody, the whole world in one place? Not necessarily, even though they did have, but it was conflicts amongst conflicts, and all of them was tied. You had the Allies and the Axis, As well, if they wasn't physically in that conflict, there was resource wars, man. That's a war in itself. Intelligence wars, like you said, it's so much that takes place in a war. War is very, very detailed, man. That's how you know it's really on the most time.
Yeah, man.
I got them.
These military, like these countries, they have these mercenaries, man. That's pretty much what these the Houthis, if I'm not mistaken, Iran hired them. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, allegedly, but we understand, man. We know, man. We know they fund them, man.
It's called the Axis of Resistance to Allies. But
Yeah.
Iran is like the big dog.
Just like America was funding ISIS, man. It goes on, it goes deep, but guess what? These same individuals, instead of them hiring these mercenaries, they're gonna start coming to the forefront. And they're gonna have to see, we all gonna see what side or who's against who, man. All right? What you say, you had some more on that?
I just had dates for World War I. World War I, because the deacon had mentioned 1914 to 1918 was World War I. And World War II.
1995 years.
Okay. It says, this is according to Wikipedia. It says 1939 to 1945 for World War II. So, hey, all of these is pretty much happening within 100 years. That's fast. The third war coming quickly.
Yeah.
The war gave this devil the ambition as well as the technology to advance in these different wars. Having that little horn coming through and being that same hammer to tread down the whole earth. But it was a set time, like the scripture speak about the dragon. you know, that rideth upon kingdoms, but that same dragon is gonna fall in due time, man.
Yeah.
We're seeing literally the fall of that empire. Rome coming back in reincarnation, that whole fall, man.
Here we go. Then Crusades in Rome, right? Perfect. So this is Daniel, the second chapter, in the 40th verse. In the fourth, now this is the dream of this is Nebuchadnezzar's vision that Daniel is breaking down for him. Because Daniel knew his dream, that how it revealed it to him. So this is verse 40 of the second chapter of Daniel. And the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron. For as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things. And as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise.
Yeah, because Rome, the Roman Empire was known for iron, man. You know, they used they created a lot of their weaponry with iron, man. You know, metal and such that sort. You know, they was known for that, man. You know, it was completely different, man, when you use that type of metal. You know, you get what I'm saying?
It's a superior metal to like brass and things of that nature. So when you go into battle, if somebody has iron, you have an insignificant metal. Yes, it's going to break through that person.
I'm saying it was like a Roman emperor. I forget his name, but it was basically brass knuckles. He had like armor. But it went over his whole hand and his forearm, and he had spikes on it. Yeah,
It's an inferior metal, but it's stronger than gold and silver.
Right.
You know, so it could take higher class metals out, even though it's an inferior metal. You know.
Well, that's what happened with. I think you about to say it. Why Rome was pretty much had the ability to take down higher nations than itself, because you had the head of gold, which represents the Babylonian kingdom, and it was known for its luxury too, because as kingdoms progressed down the line, they lost their even though they had resources itself. Hell, you look at Augustus Caesar, he was one of the richest men that ever lived. But their kingdom started to indulge. It became like decadence. Decadence means to decay over time. Rome pushed decadence, the money, the infrastructure, because what you had lead poisoning within Rome. The water supply was jacked up. You had a lot of sicknesses going around in Rome. They teach that. It started to ride out from the inside out.
And that's what made Rome more insignificant, because it wasn't as extensive as the other kingdoms before, but it was superior military might. I'm gonna continue to read. It says, in the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. And bruise Yahweh Shai. He was crucified during the Roman Empire.
Yeah, you see how these different when Esau got into power with Greece and Rome, they bred warriors, to be honest. You know, even though they were the fucking Edomites, a lot of times they was expanding, and those men were aggressive on the hunt. You know, Esau's a cunning hunter, but he knows when it's multiple of himself, to duplicate a man. You know, Esau times fucking 100,000 or whatnot. You got these different men. That's why they're known as what? The leopard. Going back to Greece. It was, you know, going with that swiftness, you know. And then as Rome progressed, and they're known for their military. I think the military, what's the word? How they strategize. You had like a phalanx. You had certain other military positioning. That got them very far.
Greece. You talking about Rome?
Yeah, well, just even both of them.
Oh, yeah.
You know, symmetrical. But going back to Genesis, the 27th chapter, how Esau was blessed with that sword, man. And to take over the fatness.
Right.
Verse 41, it says, "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron."
Hey, well, I got a question.
What's that mean right there? Toes?
Yeah, it said the toes. Read that over.
This is the book of Daniel, the second chapter, and the 41st verse. "And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes,
part of potter's clay and part of iron.
So the feet of potter's clay, part of iron clay, part. Right.
But is that going into like their division? Like they're divided? Like they're fighting amongst themselves?
Not
That's what I
necessarily
wondered.
economically. There's a division, but through economics, that does create tension because one nation got to give their resources to weaker nations. You know, but it's more so going to how you have strong and weak nations economically. Like you have pigs, which is Portugal, India, Ireland, Greece, and Spain. There's a coalition. I don't know if it's still thriving to this day, but it was weak governments and tandem with strong governments. You know, so that's pretty much what it's going into. You can look it up, pigs.
They don't. It's hard to build with iron and clay.
Yeah.
You know, it's not gonna stick. It's not gonna stick together. You know.
Yeah, that's if you look at Europe, you know, you got weaker countries there in Europe.
Yep.
You know, and then you got your stronger countries. You know,
I got something real fast going into that.
you got it.
Pigs is a derogatory acronym that has been used to designate the economies of the southern European countries of Portugal, Italy, Greece, and Spain, not Ireland. During the European debt crisis, the variant pigs or gypsy was coined to include Ireland. Yes, so it was Ireland. At the time, these 5 EU member states were struggling to refinance their government debt or to bail out over indebted banks.
That happened not too long ago with Britain bailing out Brexit. Yeah, Brexit.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
man.
also,
You got it. No, you
Sorry.
couldn't.
And ultimately, that's why, like the people say, the beast is gonna hate the horse.
Yep.
You know, because America really is the reason why
Yeah.
these countries is falling off.
Falling in debt.
You know, it's falling in debt, like the DP said, like the elder said, man. America is you just blame America, man.
Yeah.
That's what everything gonna boil down to is the blame game, man. They gonna turn on America.
Yep.
You know?
Push everybody into Ukraine. That fucked these European nations up. All their military hardware went. It's dead in Ukraine now.
Yeah, if you add up the total amount of money that went into Ukraine, man, we gotta hit trillion.
Yes,
Oh,
bro.
yeah, that's yeah.
Money
And
laundering.
they still lost Ukraine.
They still lost.
They still lost Ukraine.
That's why I
They
think-
gonna lose Ukraine. They gonna lose Taiwan because they putting money in Taiwan too.
Right.
You
See.
know, they putting money in certain areas, man. They losing all this money, man. It just doesn't make sense to
Right.
put all that resource into it, man. This is why America right now is backpedaling, man. But they're trying to get it back, man. You know.
Continuation. And it reads.
Yeah. Nigga, hop in
It
there.
says, the kingdom shall be divided, but there shall be in it the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay, which America's a part of the iron. Verse 42, it says, and as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, and I don't know if we mentioned this going into NATO and EU.
Yep. Yep.
Verse 43, and whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, you got it out, it says, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of man, but they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay.
All right, they're not gonna stick together, man. They're gonna like the brother was going into the clay is gonna start. You know, when you deal with clay, it start breaking, deteriorating.
Yeah.
You know, it start breaking down.
Breaking under
man.
that pressure.
Yeah, it's not gonna work, man. You know, and they also mentioned too, them being divided, man. In which these nations, the bishop went into it. They're gonna come up against America, man. All right, they're gonna turn against it. All right.
And a lot of these different governments, their governments are not suited for war right now, man. You know, they already having too many struggles within. You know, now they got to take on a full-scale war that they didn't even have. They just like shit.
Just getting on our feet.
Yeah, like if that, you know, these nations are catching hell, man. It ain't like it's peace amongst these different nations and things of that nature. But the Most High is gonna still draw them out. That's right. You know, draw everybody into the valley of. It's gonna be like that sucking, man.
Yeah, because
you know,
a part of the government is to uphold their system.
You know, so if they're funding everything and using all their energy, money, you know, their resources into war, then nothing is going into the economy. You know, like the housing, you know, jobs, food, family, nothing is going towards that, man. You know, so that it's destined to fall. And it's all from the works of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. You know, he's the one who's authoring the whole thing.
Got them in a trick bag.
They think that they're moving on. You know, they don't understand their moves are really being motivated by the Most High.
Right.
You know? That's the catch-22 of it. They're moving and acting and trying to act in for their own self-preservation.
All right.
But it's still the acts that they're making is the Most High through the left-hand side, even directing and controlling them.
Yep.
You know, everything. The scripture says how a piece of strand of the hair doesn't fall off your head unless the Most High has ordained it. Every little thing has already been pre-written for them to actually do that. Right. And we declared it. You got it.
Because these nations, you know, they're starting to, instead of, you know, because the brother briefly mentioned, instead of them being going into farming and agriculture, they starting to more invest in their military and weaponry and things of that sort. Just like Russia and North Korea is trading weaponry, man. You know, that's something that's tucked under the rug that people don't even talk about, man. You know, I think North Korea is selling guns to Russia, if I'm not mistaken, man. They were talking about missiles too. All right, what you got to say?
Real quick, Psalm chapter 2, and I'm going to read verse 2 and I'm going to down to 4. It says, the kings of the earth set themselves, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, let us break their bands asunder and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. Yeah, just like you were saying, you know, everything's controlled by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But they think they got the power, you know, doing what they doing. But you got it.
Yeah, the Lord got him in the trick bag. It's all set up, man. You know, in which we telling you Israelites, hey, this is what's coming down the pipeline. Hey, the Lord got us all the way through, man. He's telling us everything. He's giving us the blueprint. All right, He's even letting us know how the hell we're gonna get out of here. All right, but a lot of you Israelites, man, you mock and you scoff. All right, which is ultimately gonna lead to your destruction, man.
And it's like through the spirit when you think about it, playing like devil's advocate. That's the right way of wording it. Esau, putting yourself in Esau's shoes, he don't got no choice but to move to this third world war. There is no peace first and foremost.
Right.
There is no way that he can actually rescind and hold Russia back, hold China back, hold Iran back, these different nations that's hungry for war at this said time. He can't hold the prophets back, you know, from declaring his end. He can't quell the masses of the people, you know. He's really at the point where he just has to go to war. It's like he's moved into a corner. Yeah, he's put in straits.
Straight.
And if you move into a corner, you know, your only offense, your only defense is offense. Defensive offense. So they have to do something, man. They ain't got no choice.
You can't fake another move because everybody knows you can't get there.
And then like, what is that gonna do? What does that help? The theatrics, you know, even here in America. See, even with technology, Esau keeps remixing the same iPhone every year. You know, the same technology advancement, the same 2K just with better graphics. How good these graphics gonna fucking get?
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's getting to a certain point that Esau's magic and his witchcraft is gonna be, the music is dead. Entertainment, you know? People, like, how much more advanced these fucking cars gotta get?
Yeah, he trying to have it drive itself, and that's not working.
Like, it get to the point where it's like Esau tapped out, man.
Yeah, he's tapping out. Yeah.
The only next thing he can do is push this chip.
He done hit his max.
And enslave the master.
Right.
Because at this point, we always tell you, hey, man, all these nations have nuclear capabilities, man. All right, hey, what's beyond that, man? You know, everybody was in great awe when Esau bought Nagasaki and Hiroshima. You know, but now everybody can do it now.
Right.
Everybody can drop an atomic bomb.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody got a big gun.
This is
Yep.
Isaiah, the 14th chapter. Isaiah, the 14th chapter, and the 10th verse. It says, "And they shall speak and say unto thee, Art thou also become weak as we?
Right.
Art thou become like unto us?"
Right, man. Hey, man, these nations starting to see, man. Hey, they starting to see through America, man. They starting to say, hey, man, they like, oh, we can do it too now. You know? Hey, you talking that big boy talk. We can talk big boy talk too, man.
Yeah.
Staying on business.
I got a
They
button
said,
too.
they said this whole time they wanted direct interaction with America. They wanted that direct interaction. That's what they about to get.
Oh yeah, man. Cause hey, it's another article that came out, and I believe one of the brothers had shared it in the chat. But the Houthis, they were talking about how the Houthis cut the line off in the ocean, man.
Fiber. Well, they will. They will. Yeah.
Well, if they can really do that, man, you know, that's you bad, man. You know, cut off these communication with these other countries, man. You know, that's heavy.
I got some.
You got it.
Oh, this is the Hebrew word for weak. It's Allah, which to become weak, to be or become sick, to become diseased, grieved, to become sick or weak. So they see that this kingdom pretty much is sick, man. You know, it's dying out. When something is sick, that's the best time to move on it. Hell, I think even when you with animals, you'll see animals start to get broken down. They can't even progress. You know, next thing you know, they get attacked by a healthy, strong, you know, animal.
Prime example, you ever watch lions and hyenas?
I was thinking that.
Lions and hyenas, when a hyena see a lion, you know, weak and without its pride, all right, hey man, they pounce on that lion, man.
Yeah, Esau is likened to a lion too. Yeah. It's broken down.
Yeah. They these nations gonna see NATO and the other nations are not gonna fight with America. And so when they see America all alone, they're gonna start pouncing.
Yeah, well, I can get a lick in.
Verse 11 real quick. Isaiah 14:11, thy pomp is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy bowels. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms cover thee.
Yeah, your day coming, Esau. Your day is coming, man. And it's the Lord talking, man. You know?
Yeah, verse 12. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer,
How?
son of the morning?
That's the question is how? Esau was beat up to really rule the Most High. Gave him the fatness of the earth. You effed up the fatness of the earth. You a complete degenerate.
Right.
You destroyed the ocean. You literally had paradise and turned it into a living hell, man.
Right. Basically, man.
How the hell do you turn paradise into a living hell?
You gotta be of a base mindset to have paradise be at the top of the top, the creme of the creme, and sink everything to the bottom.
Everything is
Everything is the worst of the worst.
That's terrible.
You know, your mind has to be literally the lowest of the low, and that's why the scriptures talk about he's lower than dung.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Lower than the vileness of the earth.
Yep.
You know?
The Lord said, the scripture says he would the scripture says he would destroy him that destroys the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, he's pretty much falling, man. And at this point, hey, you can see that a prime example that if we went into his kingdom is collapsing, man. You know, the money is being inflated. All right, hey, the cost of living and food is getting higher and higher. All right, people are mourning, people are getting vexed. All right, these Edomites are committing suicide on a high level, man. All right, record breaking numbers, man.
Hell, and I was thinking about the concept of it being sick. This whole border crisis, man. They had all these different immigrants just sliding in. A lot of them could be Russian intelligence, China intelligence sliding in easily. And these motherfuckers can't even maintain their kingdom, man.
Right.
You know? Right. They had, you know, it was a point to speak about the land of unwalled villages.
Yeah.
These nations is taking full advantage of the weak state that America's in. Just like with war. You don't just wait for them to get healthy. wait for them to get
Right.
at his prime. Nah, you strike when they're weak, man.
Right, right.
You want an easy war. You don't want something that's
Right.
highly exhausted.
Right.
You know?
You gotta break it down.
This is Isaiah 24:5 says, the earth also is defiled under the inhabitants thereof, because they have transgressed the laws, changed the ordinance, broken the everlasting covenant.
That's what happened. You got it, man.
I was gonna say, hey, that's what scriptures say, what does thou have to do with me to take my covenant into thy mouth? See that they throw my way behind thee. Because the law is the law of life. The law of the Lord is the law of life. That's what gives order and balance to creation. See what I'm saying? And he's contrary to the law. That's why everything's out of balance. That's why women think they're men think they're women. That's why the fishes are jumping out of the oceans, the birds are falling out of the sky. That's why relationships ain't working. The function of everything on the planet Earth is working out of order. It's working counterproductive to what it was originally supposed to be working.
Right.
You know, the whole thing is out of course. And it's defiled by those that are ruling this place. You know, I was just you know, the scriptures talk about, I believe in the book of Matthew, it says, because iniquity shall abound, the love of many
That's
shall
how
wax
wax cold.
On the way here, I was reading an article where a 5-year-old stabbed his twin 5-year-old to death today.
Finish.
Like they're now,
Experience
could
of
you
vengeance.
imagine that? They were fashioned together in the womb, and y'all know how twins are like inseparable.
Right.
They got into a little argument. The one 5-year-old went in the kitchen and grabbed a knife and stabbed the other one to death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Damn.
this is the condition that Esau Edom has put the earth under that wicked vibration.
Well, we've seen that countless of times. The brother that mentioned it came and everything. Esau wanted to do it to Jacob. All right, he wanted to do the same thing, man. And really, he has. But hey, man, he wasn't able to eliminate the spirit, man. You know, and how about Shem Yahushua is still dealing with Jacob and Israel to this day, man.
Right.
You know.
Just like you said with Seth, that righteous seed.
Yo, that's it, yo.
Devil has always been trying to take us out of our
Promise it.
square and replace us. He's that evil twin, man. You watch certain movies with the evil twin trying to, you know, take him out and sit in his seat. But you're not designed to sit in this. That's the thing. Like Scar in on Lion King.
Right.
Yeah.
It is that same thing with also going back to another prime example, you know, that serpent in the garden.
Yep.
And Adam and Eve, man. He's always been that adverse to righteousness, man.
Yeah, that's
You know?
snaky.
Damn devil, you got it out. This last week we
Revelation chapter 18, I started at 1. It says, and he cried, and it's like, and after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven having great power, and the earth was lighting with his glory. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen and become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and a cage of every unclean and hateful bird.
Yeah, man, this place is going to be utterly destroyed, man. The Babylon the Great, a.k.a. America, is falling, man. All right, and hey, this place is going to be wiped off the map, all right, where these animals, these unfouled and unclean animals, which dwell in certain areas like that, like deserts and things of that sort, are going to be the only ones living here, man.
You know, that's how you know Esau is wicked.
Right.
Like, because the Lord not even going to restore America, man.
Right.
You know, like everything else is going to be restored.
Right.
You know, brought back to plentiness and beautiful, you know, water, air, you know, everything. But America just going to be like, yo, just leave that there.
Holy destiny.
It's just going to be that reminder, man. It's going to be that reminder
that's what it
for
is.
us, man.
Remember
of
rebellion.
what not to be, how not to be. All right? We're going to remember that. We're gonna remember, hey, that's that land that, hey, the Lord just had to, hey, he had to mess it up, man. Right. Just had to get it out early, man. All right, but, you know, with that being said, Lord willing, you know, I hope you was truly edified. I want to give all praises, all honor, and glory to
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chakudash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, who rule and teach well, who also taught us this 100% truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom.
Shalom.